on.
Wait a minute. I can't see what I look like. Look, you running.
Okay, we live. Peace and Black Power family. You know what it is. Welcome to another c.i.a TV House of Consciousness Classic. You know what it is. You see who we have on the screen. Empress Sekhmet. Now, I'm telling you, family, if you never heard of the Queen before, you're about to hear the spirit. You see who I got playing in the background. I want y'all to see who I got playing in the background right now. Dr. Khalid Abdul-Muhammad. You're about to hear the spirit of Dr. Khalid Abdul-Muhammad comes alive. All right? Comes alive, but we're going to hear it in the female voice this time because this queen going to bring some positive energy. She's going to not only talk about Black power, but she's going to show you how she's living Black power. Okay? She ain't just talking it, but she's also walking the walk out there in the A. So without any further ado, I want to introduce to you Empress Sekhmet, Peace and Black Power Queen. Let the family know who you are for those of them who don't know who you are. Peace.
Peace, Black Power, Black Power, Black motherfucking power. First and foremost, I'd like to give all thanks, all praises, and all homage due to my ancestors that guide every step that and charge me with the work that I do in my life. I want to give a big up to my crew, my squad, IoT. It's our time collective. We say collective because we don't care what your dogma is. All we care about is being Black, being proud, being strong, and being self-sufficient in these hells and wilderness in North America. So I am Sekhmet, the reincarnated Sekhmet. You can look her up, and everything you read about her, that's where I get my energy from. That's where I get my force from. That's where I get my fight from. So I thank everybody, and for everybody tuning in, all the people, all y'all savages in the chat room, all that. But yeah, that's me. In a nutshell, I'm a Black woman out here trying to make changes in real time to the communities that no one else is talking about.
Okay, that's what's up, sister. Let me ask you a series of questions first so we could get it in. How did you begin to wake up? How did this consciousness started for you?
You know, I went through a bunch of different levels. I went through many different levels. My father, I was raised by my father, a single parent. My single parent father, big up to him, much love to him, much love to all the single dads out there. My father has always been a very conscious man. He always gave me a place to use my own mind and use my own thoughts. And he always gave me a curriculum outside of the educational system. So my first master teacher was my father. Then I became a 5%er. I was a 5%er for a minute and begun to get my knowledge of self with my 1 to 10s and my mathematics. And then I became a devout Christian, an apostolic Pentecostal. A lot of people don't know I was a devout apostolic Pentecostal, and being a devout Christian, I'm a researcher and I need to know information. So being a devout Christian, I had to go beyond just listening to what someone tells me, and I had to begin to study on my own. And once I begun to study on my own, that's when I realized this is a bunch of bullshit. So that brought me to a different level of awakening. And in my knowledge, I began to do my Kemetic knowledge, and a lot of the routes that a lot of us have gone through, studying the Moorish history, studying the Hebrew, studying everything that had anything about being conscious and Black and aware. So I credit my knowledge of self as of right now to a lot of different factions that I still hold different parts of those things today.
Okay, that's what's up, sister. What was some of your early readings and or lectures? What were some of the early readings and lectures that you attend to?
You know, my dad used to put me to sleep to Malcolm X speeches on vinyl. I don't even know. It's probably a lot of kids out there don't even know what vinyl is anymore. But vinyl records, we had albums. He had albums of Malcolm X speeches that I used to listen to. I used to go to sleep to and listen to, and so that was probably my first speeches and lectures. But in my own learning, I've begun to study people like Bobby Hemmett and Angela Davis, Leonard Jeffries. I know a lot of people might have a problem with that, but he, in the beginning of my awakening, he was definitely someone that I listened to and works that I read. Marcus Garvey, Winnie Mandela, the something that's very dear to my heart, Khalil Muhammad, very dear to my heart. Dr. Boyce Watkins, Stokely, Shirley Chisholm. Those are the earliest things that I could, off the top of my head that really pushed me towards the life that I've chosen to live now, which is Black power and race first separation.
Some people might say, oh, that's just another sister with a loud mouth and a big mouth screaming Black power and raising all kind of hell. She's a wild-eyed militant. What have you done for the communities, not only where you at, but what have you done for your people, for the communities that surround your area? What have you done for Black power and Black people?
Well, first I want to say to all those people that have that to say about me, you are correct. I am a loud-mouth Black power militant. I am a separatist, radical, pan-African militant revolutionary. And I'll say that again, I'm a separatist, radical, pan-African militant revolutionary. My foundation is self-defense and self-sufficiency. So you can come with all that, I'm a loudmouth. You're right. I am a loudmouth. And ain't too many people can shut me up either. But I've been doing work in the community in real time for over a decade, c.i.a. Just to name a few things, which I've gotten flack for recently. Actually, I had a couple of brothers come at me for the works that I have done that may or may not involve white folks, crackers, or whatever. You know what I mean? But I'm a bill writer. I'm a lobbyist. I'm a herbalist. I'm a farmer. I'll give you some of my statistics. These are things that you can Google. I wrote a bill that became law in California. It's called the Diapers Need Act, AB 1516. You can see why I named it that, AB 1516. That is a program that it's a bill that I wrote that became law, and it's a program that provides the WIC program provides vouchers for single mothers to get diapers. I also was a product of the bill that became law here in Georgia that allowed women to use their WIC vouchers for fruits and vegetables. So there was a time when you could only get that steroid-filled meat and that fuck-ass cheese. Now you can get fruits and vegetables. So I went all over Georgia making sure that children were fed. 4 out of 5 children in Georgia go to sleep without eating. So that was one of my pushes. I was also the lead national organizer of the minimum wage campaign, the universal minimum wage, where we were trying to get the state minimum wage in Georgia is $5.25. A lot of people don't realize there's a difference between the federal state minimum wage and the state minimum wage. So I was a part of the minimum wage coalition. I've been a part of the Equal Voices campaign. These are all things that you can Google. I did media workshops for the Equal Voices campaign, trying to get people to understand the way the media projects us is something different than what we really live, and how we can begin to utilize the media to work for us, even though we know it's propaganda and it is run by our mortal enemies. As of right now, I'm a farmer. We have a 2-acre garden on a 5-acre plot where we farm our own fruits and vegetables, and we distribute that amongst the community for free. So I've been in this fight in New York, New Life Career Center, New Life Change, where I fed thousands of people every day for free. So I've been in this fight a very long time. I've been on the news way before everybody saw that little 10-second clip with me with the hammer and the machete. I was on the news for holding one of the biggest rallies here in Georgia called the Poor People's Day Campaign. It was called the People's Bailout. That's once again something you can Google, the People's Bailout, where I had a 2-day seminar where we came together as a community with people from all over the state of Georgia, and we figured out what our problems were. And then we, on our second day, we marched all the way down to the Capitol, and we brought over 500 people inside the Capitol to speak to their representatives to make real change in their communities. So I'm talking about changes like putting stop signs in our neighborhood, putting bus stations in our neighborhood, correcting the police when we know that they're doing things incorrect. So I've been in this fight a very long time, way before the 10-second news media clip that everybody went crazy about.
All right. Okay, family. So as you can see, she's not just one out here talking Black Power. She's manifesting it. She's working and she's doing the work. This is a Black woman that's out there that have soldiers around her, and she's doing the work. Now, if you don't know by now, Empress Sekhmet has been arrested for her outspokenness, for her uncompromising stance that she has been taking throughout the years. We know that she don't buck, dance, bootlick, and tiptoe through nobody goddamn tulips. All right. So we know the sister has been arrested, has been charged, and hey, I want to find out what happened to you, sister, leading up to that. Can you give us detail of what led up to your arrest? Why did they come in your house and arrest you, and how did they do it, sister? Give us detail.
Well, I had been holding Google Hangout conferences where I was teaching anybody that wanted to know about Black people before the slave ships, and those things, those calls started to get big. At first, I started with only 2 or 3 people on a call. It moved up to about 10 or 12 people. It wasn't a lot of people, but it was enough people that we were affecting change in people's lives, and that's all I wanted to do. If I affect one person to change their lives and elevation, then that's all that I'm happy to do. So I had some people come in from out of town. It was there was a lecture that you were giving with c.i.a. out in Stone Mountain. And there were people that were coming into Georgia for that lecture. So I had opened my home to people on my social media network that were coming into Georgia, so they didn't have to pay for hotels and they didn't have to pay for food. I opened my home for people to come and stay with me, stay at my house while they did the lecture. At the time, I had to go out of state and do my own workshop, so I let the people come into my home. I wasn't even there, and stay, do the lecture, and come back to my house so we could build a nation build, because everybody was talking about nation building, but wasn't nobody connecting outside of social media. So I took the opportunity to try to real-time connect with people from different states. And then we started to go live on the Google Hangouts and do our presentations just on things like, how to elevate yourself through decalcifying your chakras, how to build your altar so you can begin to commune with your ancestors. Very basic things, nothing that was too crazy. I had my comments on what I felt about the Baltimore riots, and I want people to understand that at this time, to try to bring you back into the fold, at this time, this is when these crackers had killed our sister Sandra Bland, and then sat her dead body up and opened her eyes and took a mugshot of her as if she were alive.
Damn.
I mean, this is the climate that we were in at this time, to try to bring you back into where I was and what I was feeling, and my outrage. And I think it's deplorable for anyone to have to criticize how someone is outraged by murder, rape, and the genocide of a race. I have every right. I have every right to be outraged the way I was outraged. So I have white supremacists that have been stalking me for years. They've been following me for years. They've been stalking me for years. The alt-right, and I know a lot of people might think that's hard to believe, but in the work that I do as a lobbyist and the bills that I've written, I had a lot of white supremacies that had been stalking me. So there was this one group that hacked into my Google Hangouts. And however, but I guess through my Wi-Fi, they got my phone number and my address. They then put my phone number and address online for all of their members to see. I started getting phone calls, crank phone calls, and that one evening, and there were people in my home that could verify this, over 200 crank phone calls within hours of them posting my phone number. And then that morning, about 7:30 in the morning, I got a knock on my door, boom, 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 boom. So I get up, I go to the door, and I see two white men in my peephole. I'm like, what's good? They like, oh, it's the police. I said, well, show me some credentials. Empress, come open the door, Empress. Now, I already knew now you're not the police because the police would have said my government name. You feel me? So I knew then that they were at my home.
Damn.
So I put a call out to the brothers that I know. Big up to Benjamin from the Arm and Raw Squad. He was one of the men that showed up to my home and defended my home and defended my perimeter from these white supremacists that were stalking my house. It made me infuriated.
You talking about Black Panther, Ben?
That's correct.
Man, shout out to my brother Black. That's what's up, Ben. Go ahead, sister. Go ahead.
That's right. He showed up to my home. Actually, he also was the one that came in and did a reverse search on the crackers that were stalking me, and we got their number, their address, and where they work out of what Benjamin got on the laptop and did, and it did a reverse search on their ass. So we put a table on them through Big Ben. So I want to give much love and respect to him for that, because
hold on, sister. Let me ask you again. Are you saying that these are white boys that showed up at your house that wasn't the police?
That's correct.
And they probably had that heat on them too.
They did.
Oh my God. Go ahead.
And so did I.
That's what's up.
And yeah. So 7:30 was the first time they came to my house. I didn't respond. I put the call out. They came back about an hour later. Now they were knocking on my side door. So I flipped the script. I swung out the front door and came around the building because I want to try to catch what they was driving in. You know what I mean?
Right.
And now it was four. It was four of them now. So now I'm getting real agitated and I'm getting real upset at the fact that you have the audacity to come to my door and try to threaten my life when I'm going to defend myself in this life and the next. I'm going to defend myself. So I put a call out on social media. Now, this is my second call. Like, look, these crackers is at my motherfucking door. They're knocking at my door. They're threatening my life. I got sisters that I never even knew pull up with their children to defend me. I had brothers that I didn't even know show up, sleep on my floor, sleep outside, guarding my home.
Damn, that's what's up. Go ahead.
That happened for 3 days. On the fourth day, which is the September 23rd, I put out a video addressing the crackers that were stalking me. I had recently seen a video that they had put up called Open Season. So in response, we named ours Open Season. These crackers then began to turn in all of my videos to the f.b.i. and the g.b.i. and Homeland Security and made it out as if I was this big, huge threat, which made me even more outraged and more appalled. So as a request from one of my brothers that I'll never speak their name, I took my charge, c.i.a, and I took my time, c.i.a, and I never turned anybody else that was in. I never spoke anybody else's name. Everybody stayed free. I ate it. I ate that for that video. I ate that. You know, that was my response to being stalked. Everybody wants to talk about the 10-second. It flabbergasts me how our people were so ready to jump on the bandwagon of what this cracker said, never once taking into consideration that these motherfuckers lie. They lie. They've been lying to us through the media. Why would you now believe these crackers when it come down to me? It was very hurtful. It was very hurtful. I was very disappointed. So the police jumped on it, right? They jumped on it and they took it for whatever it was, and they considered me a threat behind it. And September 24th, I'm chilling. I'm in my crib. I'm naked in the crib, chilling, burning one. Ain't doing too much of nothing. Relaxing, cool day. My phone rings and somebody's like, yo, you on the news. And I'm like, that's nothing. I'm always on the news. That's, you know what I mean? That's how I saw it.
Right.
I've been on People to People TV. You know, I've had a lot of different coverage through Amnesty International and United Way, all the other organizations that I work for and I lobby for. So I really didn't think it was no big deal. So I got off the phone with that person and my phone hit again. I'm like, what's really good? While I'm sitting there on the phone and they're like, yo, you on the news? It comes on my TV on the news. I don't really watch TV. I got one because, you know, that bundle bullshit. You can't get the Wi-Fi without the da-da-da, whatever. Right. So that's why the only reason why I had TV. So I flip on the TV and I'm on the TV with the hammer. I'm like, oh, they wilding.
Damn.
You know what I mean? That's how I took it. I ain't really think nothing about it. I'm like, well, I said what I said, you know?
Uh-huh.
This is moments. Within moments, it's a crash at the door, like ba-da-da, da-da-da. So, of course, my first reaction is to get the llama, you know what I mean? I don't know what's going on. I've been getting harassed and stalked for days. I don't know who doing what. I don't know what's going on. Everybody is gone now. I'm here by myself. It's a bang on the door. I peep out the blinds and it's the f.b.i. It's oath keepers.
Damn.
Oath keepers, not the regular police. Marshals, f.b.i, j.b.i, oath keepers is at my door, 30 deep, all with assault rifles, long guns.
Damn.
You feel me? I'm butt naked, so I'm hollering out the door like I'm not dressed. I need to put on some clothes. The next thing I know, they in my house. They kicked in my door. They inside. They dragging me naked. They dragging me by my feet into my living room, face down. They handcuff me naked. I'm screaming now, and I'm shaking. So anybody that got anything to say about me, about my perk walk, bitch, fuck you. You don't know what it feels like to have 30 dots on your head by oath keepers and you know they can kill you and with no accountability.
Damn.
And that's where I was, screaming, please give me something to cover myself, please. Give me something. What are y'all doing? What's going on? It's a man straddling over me with the shit at my head. Pardon me, y'all. Pardon me. Wow.
Take your time. Yes.
So yeah, so I laid there and I felt like I was on a slave block, bruh. I felt like I was on a slave block. These white folks coming, walking in and out of my house. They tearing up everything I own. They tearing out they drug out my washer. They ripped up my beds. They broke up all my stuff. They had everything thrown out, everything. And they still didn't cover me. I look up because I'm on my face. I look up and I can see through the doors, news channels and everything. They letting them film me and everything. No respect at all. No respect. So I was very emotional at that time. I was very emotional in that moment. And then the suits start walking in. Here come the suits, right? So now the suits start walking in. And they pinpointing, oh yeah, this is where it was filmed and such and such and such and all of this other shit. I'm still begging to be clothed now, people. I'm still begging to be clothed with a man with his foot in the small of my back. With his rifle to the back of my head. Finally, a female officer comes in and they let me stand up. And she walks me into my bedroom for me to find something to put on. They wouldn't really allow me anything, and the place was tore up. You know, they had ripped everything apart by now. So I grabbed whatever I could grab. They uncuffed me. I grabbed whatever I could grab. I threw it on. They cuffed me back up, and then they took me on the perp.
Damn.
5 News and my whole neighborhood outside. It was devastating. I was emotional. I was in awe. I couldn't believe that this was happening because I had been seeing, and this is something that I said, you can see on the news. I said, I've seen worse. I've seen white people using black faces for target practice on YouTube. I've seen crackers with their children hunting, saying that they practicing hunting niggas. So I had seen so much. I had seen a cracker with a shotty sucking a shotty talking about killing all the Black Lives Matter protesters and shit. So I was appalled that I was being arrested for what I said on a YouTube video, but I had seen so much. And from there, that's where you know, the story picks up. Where I'm arrested. I'm locked up. They got me locked up on false charges, and the 2 false charges they had me locked up on was dropped while I was in jail. They never put that on the media, but that's what they do to us. For people to get teeth into it, they got to put something else. They got to add something else onto it to make you you know, have sympathy towards their plight. So they put some falsified charges on me that wasn't even true, made up.
Did you ever feel at one point in time when you behind them bars that you will now become a political prisoner that will not get out, like a lot of our brothers and sisters that's trumped up charges set up on them? And have you ever felt that way, like, damn, what the hell is going to happen to me? What's up?
First off, I thought they were going to kill me in jail. My first night in jail, one of the trustees came up. Well, not just my first night. They had me in observation for 3 days. Once I got out of observation and they put me in a cell block, one of the trustees came up to me and said, sis, because, you know, by the time I get in there, everybody doesn't see me on the news.
Right.
Right. So as soon as I walk in, everybody's got the black fist up. They banging on the walls. You know what I'm saying? Everybody showing me much love. One of the trustees walked up on me and whispered, sis, don't eat the food.
Right. Okay.
And I didn't understand what was going on. So the next day when I saw the sis, I'm like, sis, what you talking about? She said, all the trays are supposed to be random, but they tell us what tray to give you. So once I heard that, I didn't eat anything. So my whole time in jail, I didn't eat. I didn't eat one thing. So that was hard in itself, just trying to keep my wits of myself while not having any kind of nourishment at all. You know, I had the sheriff come to me, call me out of my cell and tell me, who the fuck do you think you are? You think you a black revolutionary? I said, yes, I am. He said, all of them are dead. And I said, no, I ain't dead. I'm not dead yet. So I did not believe that I was going to get out. I didn't believe that they was going to do anything else but keep me in jail. I did not even receive a bail for 30 days. I was in jail 30 days without even having a bail. And this is a victimless crime that was spawned from anonymous emails. Anonymous emails and a victimless crime.
Now, does this somehow deters you away from doing this work, or are you still motivated to help free your people by any means necessary, or do this somehow discourage you?
Ain't a motherfucking thing ever going to discourage me.
Go ahead, Queen.
From fighting white supremacy and the corruption that we live in as black people. Absolutely nothing will ever stop that. Absolutely nothing will ever stop me. Hold on. Let me get this shit right, because I don't even know if y'all can see me clear or not. There is nothing and no one that will ever stop me from banging on white supremacy, from speaking truth to power, and for standing up to our people. There's absolutely nothing that will ever stop me from doing that. I've got my own family that look at me like, why are you doing this? You got a degree. Why don't you just go back to accounting other people money? Why don't you just go back to why you got to do this? And I'm telling them that this is a charge over my life. I have no other choice. There is no other choice for me. There is nothing that will stop me. There is nothing that will keep me from fighting for my people, even when most of my people turned on me. It was black folks making all the videos and hating on me and talking about what I should have said or what I didn't say. But not now one of you motherfuckers is doing shit in the streets. But everybody has something to say over what I was supposed to say or what I should have said or what I didn't do. What else was I supposed to do? Wasn't nobody doing nothing. In that year, there was 102 unarmed black people killed by the police. There should have been 1,000 me's at that time. But it wasn't. It wasn't. Everybody was tucked tail and scared. I wasn't. I wasn't. And you can talk about my perk walk. Oh, I look scared. Bitch, get 30 dots on your head and see how you react. See how you react. So I won't stop. I won't ever stop. I know that I'm going to die a revolutionary. I know that I'm going to die fighting for the freedom of my people. And nothing will ever stop me from doing that.
How do you feel about the conscious community today, right now? Keep it real, sister. Keep it real.
You know what, Si? I'm very disappointed in what we consider the conscious community right now. I'm very disappointed.
I am too. I am too.
I'm very disappointed in what's considered the conscious community. It makes me not even want to use the word anymore. And you know something has gone left when you don't even want to use the motherfucking word no more. Because I don't get what's going on. I see a lot of personality worship. I see a lot of ego. I see a lot of content that has nothing to do with the edification or the elevation or the illumination of our people. You know, I have a brother right now. My brother Eric Shepherd is locked up, a political prisoner again now. See, my squad, we do real things. We do real things out here in these streets. And they come for us and they take us and they take our freedom. So anybody that knows the brother Eric Shepherd, he's back jail now. So free Eric Shepherd, free my brother. This is real life what we dealing with. So I don't get this conscious thing that's going on where people got a whole lot of typing and a whole lot of posting, but ain't nobody doing shit in the streets. Nobody's doing anything. So I got a problem with the way that this thing is going. And I really believe that all of this nonsense started from the division that came from the Black Power Awards. I really believe that. And I really don't care whose feelings I hurt by saying it. I really believe that ever since then, and if I'm wrong, people check me.
Hold on. What you say? Say that again.
I believe that all of this dissension became from a ritual performed behind the Black Power Awards. I believe that that's when all this dissension started happening.
I remember you saying that before.
For sure. Because nobody wants to talk about the financiers. See, we always want to be superficial. We always want to see what's up. But y'all don't know who's in the background. Who's the financiers? Who's financing this shit? Arabs, crackers.
Damn.
Okay? So when you dealing with the enemy on some sideways shit, on some funny style shit, it's always going to be some kind of chaos. There's always going to be chaotic behavior behind it. And I believe that is exactly what happened ever since then. That's exactly what happened. And there's been this dissension and this back and forth and all of these people coming for each other. And it didn't show anything about unity. Now, I ain't all about that love everybody shit. I'm not about, I don't believe that we're all equal. I don't believe in loving everybody. I don't believe in all of that. That's not what I'm talking about. Like I said before, I'm a separatist, radical, Pan-African militant revolutionary. So I believe that separation is the key. So, but I don't understand why we still talking about the same stuff. It's time for us to now put the words into actions. It's time for the words to put the words into actions. We got everybody talking about be 100, keep it a buck. Let's keep it real. And ain't nobody keeping it real. Ain't nobody keeping it real. We got brothers that are scamming us for bread. We got brothers that are doing the same lecture over and over again from every state, taking people money.
That's right.
How long we gonna keep seeing that?
That's right.
I don't want to keep seeing the same PDF slideshow that you've been showing since '03, and then you charging 30 people $30, $40, $50 a head to come listen to that same old bullshit.
Real talk.
We get it. We get it. Jesus ain't real, and we don't know where nobody come from. We get it all. We get it. Now it's time for somebody to make a different move now. That's why my collective it's our time. It's a collective. We don't care if you Moorish. We don't care if you Hebrew. We don't care if you Christian. We don't care if you're an atheist. It's our time. It's Black people's time to stand up, rise up, and claim our mental freedom. You have to understand that if somebody diagnosed your child with special needs, the first thing they do is separate them. They take them out of the class with everybody else, and they separate them and put them in a class with people with the same mental incapacities. The Black race has a mental disease. We fucked up. We fucked up. And we mentally have to begin to repair ourselves mentally for us to even think about becoming communal or unification or unifying. If you don't address the disease, how can we fix the problem? If somebody got diagnosed with cancer, the first thing they want to do is get that cancer out of you. Kill that cancer. That's what we have to do. We have to kill this cooning, self-hatred cancer that's going on that I saw even more than I ever knew when it came to my situation, because it wasn't white folks that was banging on me. It was Black people. It was Black people. The same Black people that I wrote laws for, the same Black people that I risked my freedom for, the same Black people that I'm the voice when no one else is worried about. People talk about a lot of things, but I wanted to make a change in real time, and that took being in politics. That took making changes that affected our community right now. So I'm very disappointed in where we're going in the conscious community. I'm hoping that we can find our way. I know that we'll be able to get back on track, but all of this chaotic beefing and back and forth and calling people's names and all kinds of craziness that was going on, it was very disappointing to me, and it made me not even want to be called conscious anymore.
Well, I'm gonna say I do know that you are real about that, because I remember the phone call you gave me, and you was very disappointed in me and how, I went back and forth with people on the internet, and you let me know, Brother Sal, you can't be doing this. We can't do this, and I respect that. I don't know if you remember the call.
I do.
Okay. I remember the call, and I respect that, sister, because you called me and you was like, brother, what are we doing? What are we doing on YouTube? Get on the phone, make contact. Don't do it over the air. So I want to say I respect you for that. I know I see you as a real revolutionary in this work, and I know that you care a hell of a lot about your people. And we need to protect this Queen family. If you are out there, the Armor Raw Squad, you in Atlanta, all the other brothers that's out there in Atlanta and sisters, we need to protect this queen right here and mobilize around her. I mean, we see that she's already a leader in itself. You see? So we need to go and support this queen. Now, the next question I have for you, sister, is what are your plans, your aspirations of coming off of the bed of all of this goddamn hatred towards yourself? Where are you going from here?
Well, the first thing that I want people to understand is that my platform is self-sufficiency. So that's what I strive. That's what I strive for. The people that are in my circle, I teach them self-defense. We teach them how to farm. We teach them how to grow and harvest their own fruits and vegetables. So we teach self-sufficiency. We also have a bartering network where we don't use money at all. We barter goods and services. We have sisters that do hair. They may trade for daycare services. Okay, I'll braid your hair and I'll watch your kids. We trade barters and services. We got brothers that work on cars, and we got brothers that fix homes. So we trade services like that each and every month with each other, trying to learn how to live without this crack a dollar. We give opportunities to people to volunteer that can be pushed into a part-time or a full-time position. We're working on private philanthropy money. We get grants. That's how we sustain ourselves. That's how I sustain myself. This is not a lucrative job. This is not something that I get mad money for. I don't, you know what I'm saying? We barely surviving out here when it comes down to. I know everyone needs that money to survive, but we teach how to be self-sufficient. We even have a program that once a month we have all our people in our squad live without turning on their lights for a week, just so we can learn how to operate. What if they turn off our lights? What if they turn off our water? These are the things that they have control over. Mm-hmm. These are the things that they have control over. What will you do? If it's a blackout, what will you do? Do you know what to do? Do you know how to even read a map? Can you navigate your family out of your neighborhood without your car or your GPS? What if they cut off the Wi-Fi? What if they cut off your water? What if they cut off your lights? What are you gonna do? There's no way that we can win this fight hand to hand. They got more money and more guns. The only way that we're gonna win this fight is in guerrilla warfare, and that's being able to be mobile. And if you don't know how to be mobile, then you just a waste of skin right now. You a sitting duck. So my aspirations is to get a collective of people that are willing to have the courage to learn how to be self-sufficient. Now, a lot of people can't do it like I did. I quit a $90,000 a year job and became a volunteer. Moved out of my condo in Manhattan and moved into my car. You understand? Mm-hmm. A lot of people can't do what I do. For 3 years, I lived off of the food from the food pantry that I was serving the homeless food to. You know, and after I got out of jail, the financial strain that it put on my family, my father, was insurmountable. My bail was $77,000 with no victim. 77 G's. Let's not even talk about my lawyer's fees. Shout out to my lawyer, Attorney Gerald Griggs. If anybody got a problem with me, holla at him. You know, when I got out of jail, October 24th, when I got released, I had nowhere to go. Everything I own is still in police custody, C.i.a. Everything. They took everything from me. All I had was the clothes on my back.
Now, is this case still open? Are you pursuing a lawsuit or what? Can you talk about that? If not, don't worry about it.
Well, you know what, C.i.a., I'm still on bail. I'm still on bail. You know, we're working towards trying to get something that we could both agree on. But there is no way for me to describe the things that I went through and the atrocities that I went through in being a political prisoner. And definitely when I can speak on that further, I will definitely speak on that, and everybody understand exactly where I'm coming from on that angle. But I'm still on bail, C.i.a. I'm still on bail, and I'm still on certain restrictions. So
all right. Let me play this clip real quick. I got a clip from you, and I want to play this clip. Here we go. Nice, nice, nice trailer. Beautiful trailer. Love it.
Yeah.
All right, the return of Sekhmet, the wrath. The return of the wrath of Sekhmet. What is that all about? I know you're about to turn up this year. I mean, what is that all about right there?
Wait a minute. Now, this is how it's going down, c.i.a. We coming for everybody that's disseminating any information that's not going to lead our black people to a new level of existence. Anybody that's pushing that old shit, we coming for their necks. And I really don't care what you think about it. We're talking about changing lives right now, changing communities right now, so we can remove this mental bondage and begin to live a self-sufficient life. Why is it that we don't see any Native Americans walking around in our hoods? You think there ain't no more Native Americans? No, they're on their land. They're going to their grocery stores. They're buying their own goods. They got their own banks. We need to be doing the same thing, because I've come to the realization that what I used to believe in the going back to Africa movement, I can't get niggas to leave their block.
Come on.
So I know damn well ain't nobody ready to go back to damn Africa. So that's not even in my paradigm anymore. I'm trying to get to a place where we can be self-sufficient in this wilderness that we live in, get our own lands, have our own businesses, have our own banks, have our own grocery stores. Why is it we got millions of black churches and we don't have no black grocery stores? Where is that? What are we doing in our communities? This information that's being disseminated to our people that haven't done a goddamn thing but keep us docile and submissive. I'm coming for all that. Don't nobody want to debate no females. I see, c.i.a. I see it's a very minimal women that I see on your channel and other channels like yourself. I see very minimal females on there. I got a problem with that, because I got a lot of things I want to discuss. I want to discuss why Hebrews, and I love my Hebrew brothers, but why do they always seem to miss the Canaanites? Why we skip Canaan when you're talking about Hebrews? Let's talk about that. When you talk about Christianity, everybody talks about the Pentateuch and the Tanakh. Why are we not talking about the agnostics who believed in magic and connecting with spirituality? Why we're not talking about Voodoo and Oshun and Ogun? We're talking about all this shit that can't do anything tangible in our lives, but nobody wants to talk about no real shit, right? We're tired of all that spook shit. Don't nobody want to hear that no more. I don't want to hear another debate on whether Jesus was real or not. We got it. We got it, bruh. Okay? I don't want to hear another debate over who booked where and who Peace, are you there? Peace.
Yeah. Oh, wow. This joint almost went out on me just now. The last thing I heard you say is I don't want to hear no more debates on Jesus and all that. What was that? Go on that again.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm saying that we got it. We got it. And the ones that don't got it, they're not going to get it now.
Okay.
You know, we want tangible things that are tangible. Don't keep following, don't keep funneling our people into this mysticism and this everything that's not real. We want tangible shit. We want tangible shit. We want real life shit. We want things that's going to we still there?
Yes, I'm here.
We want things that are going to change our life right now. We want things that are going to change our lives right now. So I enjoy the debates. I appreciate all the debates that we have had. I've learned so much from your channel and channels like yours. I've learned so much. Bye TV, big up, every time fire. You feel me? I've learned so much. But now I think it's really time for in 2017 for us to begin to give our people real solutions.
I agree.
Real solutions.
I agree. I agree. Yes. So I mean, wow, that's powerful information right there. Now, how come I never heard of you coming out of New York? What year was you in New York City?
You know, I left New York City after the World Trade Center bombings.
Oh, okay. Okay.
And you know, the work that I was doing there was in my town. Let me big up my town, Hempstead, Long Island. Built Hempstead, stand up. And the work that I was doing there was again communal work, feeding the people, food pantries, gardens. I had an urban farmers urban project that I was featured in Farm Together Now. You could Google it, Farm Together Now. And we did food on the fire escapes, teaching people how to plant food that they could grow on their fire escapes in the hood. Because one of the problems that a lot of people in the urban cities are saying, you know, we don't have nowhere to grow no food at. So I was giving and teaching solutions on how to grow inside your apartment, and how to be able to have herbs and fruits and vegetables that you can grow on your fire escape, that you can grow on your terrace, that you can grow on your rooftop. So when I begun to do those things, September 11th hit, and you know, I lost my job like many of New Yorkers did, and it was either take my 401k and be able to survive in New York for 3 months, or move down to Atlanta where rent was a whole lot cheaper, and be able to live a few years off of it. So that's the way I got down here to Atlanta.
Okay, okay, that's powerful, sister. I'm glad that people are finally really hearing your story. They need to know about this. What are some of the steps that we need to do to move forward to maybe, you know, unite? I know we're not all going to come together, but what are some of the steps, and what would you like to see moving forward in the 2017?
Well, one of the first things that I would like to see is, no matter what your dogma, no matter what your cosmology, no matter what you believe, no matter what you believe in, race first. Race first. If you're a black person, a black man, and a black child in America, then that should be reason enough for you to be able to begin conversations with people that may not believe in the things that you believe in religiously. But we should all have a focal point on getting free. The next step that I would like to see taken is being more mobile in our communities. That's why I was very anxious and excited when I heard you say something about having a news van. I think that people that are speaking out, whether they be on social media or anything else, it's time for us to start now venturing out into our neighborhoods and bringing people together, so we can start having these conversations together, so we can start having these conversations about change together, and not just watching someone on the screen tell us what we should be doing or not. I want us as a people to start going out into our neighborhoods and making real change. Again, I believe that we should start being self-sufficient off this cracker. Find the littlest ways to do it. I know it's hard. I know it's hard, but if we take simple steps, baby steps at first, maybe not going to the grocery store, but only twice a month, going to find where you can find, just look up black urban farmers. Find some black farmers that where you can get your fruits and vegetables from. You know, begin to have the courage to venture out of your circumference and start seeking people that are doing real things. Begin to have a more vocal stance when our representatives. Everybody talks about the president and the president election. The president don't do shit in communities. The president don't have nothing to do with what's going on in communities. In Harlem, in Hempstead, where I'm from, in Atlanta, these are representatives, city councilmen. These are the people that we need to start connecting to and speaking with to get them on our side. The only way that we can influence them is influence them by saying, hey, look, I got 50 women with me. They all got their voter registration card, which I ain't even really on the voting tip no more, but I'm talking about how we can affect real change. And if we think that we can move outside of political realms without affecting change in the community, then you're really not looking at what's going on in our communities.
Okay. Now that Barack Obama is leaving, what are your thoughts on Barack Obama towards black people? How do you feel how do you feel about the work he has done in the White House for black people, for our people? Where did he include us at?
Well, first somebody would have to show me what he did for black people in the White House for me to be able to critique it. I personally, and being in that political realm from the time of his, even when he was running for president here in Atlanta, we registered over 50,000 new voters leading up to Obama becoming president. With the syllabus, I don't even know if y'all remember all that. It's been 8 years now when the syllabus money came in, and he was supposed to be saving our communities, and all he did was save big banks. When Wells Fargo was out here foreclosing on all our people's homes and shit. You know, those were the changes that we were trying to get made, and we thought Obama was going to help us with that, and he did not. He did not step up. He did not make any kind of waves when it comes down to the black plight. And we are very disappointed in that. I know a lot of people may want to have a problem with me having a problem with Obama, but I don't respect the man. I don't respect the things that he did not come out and speak on our behalf, or the black people that were getting killed by police. He never came out and did anything on our behalf. What happened in Flint, Michigan with the water? How can you say Barack Obama is a great president when you looking at those babies in Flint? Like, come on. We got to stop personalizing or sensationalizing people's personalities and look at what they really doing. So Barack, to me, didn't do anything for black people. Barack came out and spoke on Jews' behalf and didn't even speak on black people's behalf. His wife came out and spoke on, I watched her do a whole speech on obesity, but never did a damn thing about police brutality. I got a problem with that. Everybody wants us to forget about what happened to us, but nobody's asking any other race to do. But we're supposed to forget about everything that happened to us, all the atrocities committed to our ancestors. My father can still tell me stories now of how he went into towns where he was the first black man ever seen, and they made him bow down so little white children could touch his hair. This is not far removed. After we just had the birthday of Martin Luther King. If you do research on Martin Luther King Jr., almost over 50 years ago, he was asking for jobs and income now. That was his platform. Right now, at the MLK parade in 2017, guess what they was asking for, C.i.a?
What?
Jobs and income now. The same shit we've been asking for damn near 60 years. It's time for us to stop chasing our tail out here. It's time for us to stop singing "We Shall Overcome" and start saying, I'm going to take what's mine, and I refuse to allow anyone to do anything to me without accountability.
Real talk. What do you see now with Donald Trump getting ready to enter into the White House?
Let's go. Get him in here. I want him in here. You know why? Because now you can't hide now, niggas. You can't hide now. You're going to have to do something. You see what's going on? Steve Harvey, your man's is there. Your is there. You know, he had the nerve to have the son of King in there on King's birthday, but he didn't say nothing publicly about Martin Luther King Day. Come on, bruh. This is going to give opportunity to black people to either shut the fuck up, or get the fuck up. We're going to have to do something. We're going to have to make a move. If anything else is going to unify us, an enemy will unify us.
That's right.
An enemy will unify us real fucking quick. So I don't have a problem with Trump being the president. We a joke all over the nation, all over the world. We a joke. Folks is looking at us like, really?
Steve Harvey, though. What can you imagine Steve Harvey would to say to him?
You know, I never dug Steve Harvey. Steve Harvey has never been somebody that I was really into anyway, so I don't really care what he do. We don't care what Coons do. Coons been playing spoons for years. House nigga descendants are still among us. There's nothing that we can do about a house nigga descendant. They're going to keep on doing what they're doing. As long as they're doing it, let them keep doing it. I hope some more of them come out so black people can start realizing these personalities that we worshiping, they don't give a damn about you. They want that bread, baby. They want that money. And they're going to line themselves up with crackers so they can get that money because they sold. That's right. So I don't really care what Steve Harvey do. Anybody that ever paid attention to Steve Harvey, I think a little kooky in the head anyway.
Mm-hmm. I agree with you. All right, now, people will say, you know, that's racist. You are just a racist because you care about black people first. Why you don't care about everybody? You are just being a racist. What's up with that?
First off, I'm incapable of being a racist because I have no power. So let's get that straight. For everyone else that wants to consider me a racist, fine. I really don't give a fuck. I stand for black people because I am one. I stand for black people because they my people. I stand for the atrocities that have been committed against my people because I see it happening right now to this day. All my life. So I don't really care. I don't have the time to care about anybody else. Now, does that mean I hate everybody else? I don't have the time to hate you either. I don't have the time. I want to concentrate on my people right now. If there's something wrong with that, then coin me wrong. But that's where my focus is. I really don't give a damn about everybody else. We've been giving so much time to everybody else all our lives. How many niggas you know took taekwondo, karate?
Right.
How many black people you know right now for dinner, they're cooking somebody else's cultural dish?
Mm-hmm.
In households right now, black families is making spaghetti, egg rolls, pizza, tacos. They making everything else. But when you say, has anybody know anything about fufu or peanut butter soup or couscous or cassava? Nobody wants to talk about black cultural dishes. We embrace everybody else's shit. And as soon as we don't want to embrace everybody else's shit, then we become a racist. Fuck that. I don't give a damn about anybody else. Period.
All right.
I'm straight on black people.
Sister,
if people have a problem with that, then they can take it up with whatever God they serve.
Sister, have you ever heard of a sister by the name of c.i.a on YouTube?
I have not.
I think it would be a beautiful show with you and that sister get together. Her name is Sister c.i.a Living. I would like to see a show with the conscious sisters, just all the sisters going in on what you expect from the Black Man 2017. We need to hear from the sisters. And I would love to set that up. I think you would do a great show with Sister c.i.a, that combination. I'm gonna definitely hook you up with her.
I think I've seen c.i.a in the comments section before.
Yes.
Peace to the sister. I would love for you to get some sisters on here that I could rip their ass a motherfucking new one, because it's a whole lot of females running around here talking shit they not living.
Right.
Okay? It's a whole lot of talking about pushing polygamy, but have never been in a productive polygamous relationship. How can you give that information to our people if you've never been in a productive polygamous relationship, let alone a productive monogamous relationship? But you out here pushing polygamy? No. I am a supporter of polygamy, but it's not for everybody. And for us to push it on our community as if it's going to work for everybody, I think is wrong. I think that we need to, I'm about to air them out. I'm ready to air them out. We got people hid in the Black community when their agenda really is a gay agenda.
Well, you know what? I was about, that's a good, I want to hear your thoughts on polygyny, because I agree with you. Polygyny is not for everybody. And a lot of us will misuse it for just sexual pleasure. Or, you know, a lot of us, especially if you're not financially fit, you know, we just want to jump in that. I mean, what is your thoughts on polygyny?
Okay. I believe the Black man is the sun. And if we believe that the Black man is the sun, we have to believe that he can transfer energy to multiple different planets at the same time, just like the sun.
Hold up. Somebody said I always fucking up the words. I know they want me to say polygamy, but no, I'm saying polygyny.
Polygyny is there's 3 different types of polygamy.
Thank you. Go ahead. So they thought I fucked up the word. Go ahead.
No, you didn't. You didn't. There's 3 different types of polygamy. You could have a man that has simultaneous multiple wives.
Right.
You can have a woman that has simultaneous multiple husbands, or you can have a group marriage, which is this sneak shit that a lot of these polygamists is doing on, where chicks is laying with bisexual dudes and chicks is bisexual and all that.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna air them out.
Yeah, what is your thoughts on polygyny?
I believe that I believe in polygamy. I believe that a lot of our women are living in polygamous lifestyles right now and just don't want to vocalize it. A lot of our sisters are with men that have multiple relationships but they still want to act very territorial. I think we need to understand that a good Black man in our community is just like a good book. If I got a good book, the first thing I'm gonna do is pass it on to my sister. I'm not gonna be jealous because she get the good book too. So I definitely believe in polygamy, but I do not believe that it's for everyone. We have a lot of healing to do. Our sisters, c.i.a, have a lot of healing to do. We have generational heads of household led by women. We don't know how to let our men be men anymore. We've got this whole think like a man attitude that is permeated through the Black community, which has really got our sisters twisted. We've got submission with this whole 50 shades of gray shit. We done messed around and got our women thinking that submission has something to do with being tied up and beat. And submission has absolutely nothing to do with that. And polygamy has absolutely nothing to do with homosexual sex. So I think that we need to do a lot of mental healing first and training of our women so we can get back to a place where we have our self-respect and our, what's the word I'm looking for? Our self-esteem without having to get it validated from someone else. And once we have women that are walking in their fullness, then they don't have a problem with understanding that a man could love more than one woman at one time, and it does not take anything from you or your relationship with him. That just makes him more viable to our community. You have to understand that most of our women are living through this now anyway. Most of them are side chicks, know that they got a man or been cheated on and not realizing that the man was holding multiple relationships, juggling multiple relationships at the same time, and then they turn around, won't believe the sister when they get the call, when they get the nigga laying with me call. Don't nobody want to believe that. I think that we really need to take a step back and stop being territorial with our man, but not territorial with our vaginas.
Real talk right there. I love it. All right, so sister, I'm definitely going to have to do a part 2 with you. But when I hang up from you, I'm gonna definitely reach out to Sapphire and let y'all chop it up.
I'd love to do a call in. Let some people call in give them 5 minutes, Sal.
Okay, that'll work. Yeah, I can do that. Let's give them a call in. Peace and Black Power family. This is your time now. I would like for y'all to call in. Y'all can ask the sister some questions, and let's get it in. Let's get it in. Let's do that. Come on, Sapphire. If you in there, call in, Sapphire.
Yeah.
Let's do some call-ins now. Who's gonna be the first one to call in?
I'll get it. What's about?
Come on, don't tell me y'all lost my number. I gotta put it in there. Call in. There we go. Uh-oh. Peace and Black Power, brother Q Butter. What it is, man?
What's up, brother? You know I got to call in, man. That's a big sis right there, man. Have to tell her direct. Now, I love you coming from Brooklyn, sis.
All right. Go ahead. You have a question for her?
You with me? Oh, no. I just want to tell her I connected. I want to shout her out. I'll follow for a minute. I love her. Everything she's doing.
Okay.
Thank you. Thank you. Thanks.
That's what's up, Q.
Hell yeah. You know I got so live feed. I gotta link you with y'all. She's official.
All right, my brother. That's it, because I got to move to the next caller.
Yeah, beloved.
All right. Peace and Black Power calling out of Atlanta. What's going on?
I would like to say
Empress, you touched me. I was thinking the same thing. Like, oh, my heart is beating so fast, right?
Well, sister,
Okay.
first of all, let me say, you know you in the same city she's in. Y'all in the same, you know, y'all in the A.
Yes, I will be reaching out because, sis, I was just thinking women have to learn their role. Men have to go out to the war. It don't matter where they go. Learn your lane. When you learn your lane, you'll be all right. But men have to understand that, damn, I don't have to be sneaky. I'm just going to sit at the table and I'm going to tell you how it is. Everybody has a role. Everybody has a guideline. You figure out what the guideline is and you know it will work.
I really believe, sister, I thank you for calling in, and I really believe that our women have gone so far astray from what we're really meant to do. And I think that once we get to the place where we understand that being a helpmate is nothing wrong with that. Being submissive, there's nothing weak about being submissive. Being a nurturer,
right?
Being that voice in your man's ear that makes him provide and protect.
Right.
Makes him
man, sis, me and you, we got to talk. We have to.
That's why I say I need to have this. Y'all need to have this talk, man, for real. The brothers need to be able to sit back and just look at the queens go at it and build, man. We need
but
that.
It's not even about going at it.
No. What I mean by going at it, I'm not saying like going, having debates with each other. No, I'm talking about having, right, there you go. That's what I'm talking about.
Okay, yeah. Because I was a lost little girl, and then I came across a man whom I submitted to, right? And in this journey, I lost 2 little children that didn't make it. And everybody keeps saying, no. But I know what you're doing. You're out in the desert. You're killing the lions for your family. For you to be able to come back to be the man you're supposed to be for your family. It don't matter about nobody else. It matters about you and you. That's it.
Wow, beautiful. All right, thank you, my sister. I appreciate you. I got to move on. You hear the phones is lighting up. Peace. The phones is lighting up for the queen, boy. Peace and Black Power family. What's your name and where you calling from?
Peace and Black Power, son. This is Queen Karasi.
What's happening, Queen Karasi?
Hey, I'm sitting here watching this powerful sister right here, Sekhmet, and I just wanted to say big ups to her and what she's doing out there in the A. I respect her. When I first heard her speak, I said, "Whoa, she is powerful," and she sent electricity through me. So I'm here in Baltimore. I'm just getting started, but I would love to build with the queen, and I'm having to get it off your chest Wednesdays over on Queen Karasi channel on YouTube. So I would love to build with the queen.
All right, thank you, my sister. All right, appreciate that. Let me ask you, Sister Sekhmet, do you have any contact for the people to contact you? Your email, whatever you want to give up. Let the family know your email if they need to contact you, sister.
Well, people can hit me on my IG, which is IEYE.Empress.Sekhmet. That's on Instagram. You can email me at reincarnatedsekhmet. Very open door policy with my people. I'm not one of these social media cats that you can't connect with. I have weekly build conference calls with sisters. Right now we're in the process of doing a spiritual wound detox. So I send out all the herbs for free for our sisters to detox our wounds from other relationships. People don't realize that we have spiritual transmitted diseases. And when you have unprotected sex with one man, without detoxing your womb, you carry that energy from that man into your next relationship. And then when you realize you're in another chaotic relationship, it's because your body is in chaos from all the other men that you have taken into your body. So we're going through a spiritual womb detox right now. I work with the brothers as well, getting their chakras aligned and decalcifying their chakras. So once again, you can hit me up on Empress Sekhmet at gmail.com or reincarnated Sekhmet at gmail.com, or you can DM me on Instagram, which is IEYE.Empress, EMPRESS.Sekhmet. And I'm very hands-on with my people. I'm not one of these just running your mouth. I do hands-on work with my people, and I make sure that I keep an open door policy with anybody that reaches out to me.
All right, peace and black power. What's your name and where you calling from, brother?
Oh, peace.
Peace. What's happening?
They're calling me on the IoT because I'm trying to holler at my sister. I had a question for her.
Let's go, brother.
On the airways, my question would be,
come on, talk to me. Brother, you still there?
I'm here. Can you hear me?
I hear you now. What's your question?
Okay, I wanted to know, she touched on some things asking about the fraudulent movements been going on in the community. What does she think is the proper protocol to deal with that? And how do we need to approach that?
Okay, all right. You heard that, sister?
What was the question, Si?
Say it again, brother. Say it again.
All right, peace. Said, man, this is new. I'm checking in.
My little bro, IoT.
Touched on. All right, well, you know, I already touched on the people making fraudulent moves in the black community. I want to know, what do you think is the proper protocol to make sure it's rectified?
The people are making fraudulent moves. What is the protocol to rectify the situation? What is the rectify? What is the proper protocol?
Moves in the black community.
The proper protocol to deal with fraudulent moves in the community.
Okay, well, I really believe that we need to have a street code. I'm from a hood where we grew up with a code that you live by. Certain things you didn't do. You know what I'm saying? It's certain things you didn't do, and if you did do those things, then the men or the brothers in the community would handle that. So I believe in the conscious community as well, and I'm not disrespecting any of our elders. Please understand that I would never disrespect our elders. But when our elders are coming at us, telling us that we need to learn respect, my statement to them is, well, where were you when we needed that lesson? We have a lot of elders that fell off by the wayside between the 80s and now, between the 80s and the late 90s, that fell off and left us all hanging. We had to learn how to do a lot of things for ourselves. We didn't have any code. We didn't have anything to live by. We was rabid out here. And now that they done got themselves together and they done cleaned up, or they did their rehab or whatever, now they want to come back and call us disrespectful, and we should respect them because they're elders. Give us something to respect. You feel me? So I think that we need to get back to a street code, to a protocol that is taken when something that happens in this community, that we have people that handle that. It's nothing wrong with us policing ourselves. We need to begin to police ourselves. And if we police ourselves, then we can remove ourselves from being a moving target to these crackers. If we begin to police ourselves, then we don't have to keep running to the cracker to handle our business. So I think we need to really have a street code, or a protocol, things that we know that will not be tolerated. And if they are tolerated, you will be handled accordingly.
All right. Peace and black power, family. What's your name and where you calling from?
Hello?
Yes, sir. What's happening?
Hey, what's going on, son? This is TJ from Philly. Hey,
all right.
Man, it's refreshing to hear a strong black woman, man, a queen on here, man. Like, you know, Sister Sekhmet, I was always told, I'll say this after listening to you, I was always told that the black man carries the seed of forever inside of him. That means that he carries his purpose, and the woman gives birth to it. And what I've noticed, what I've noticed is the reason why a lot of our women are out of control or the way that they are, because the men are conquered. And when the men get conquered, that makes our women vulnerable. And our women becomes property of whoever conquers the nation. So a lot of times, it's like when hearing you speak with that power like that. You don't see a lot of women speak that way, and then a lot of us men, we blame our women for the conditions of our community. When I feel like our women are out of control because the black men are under control, and we won't stand up and fight. And when you hear when I hear like a woman like that, like you, that does something to me. Just hearing you speak the way that you speak. I just think that we got to learn the difference between war and warfare and understand our roles and why they take the men out first to make the women vulnerable. Hello?
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, those, just when I just wish that we as men, our women can get, can start having faith in us again to the point where we can have strong women like this. Because then I just think that our communities are beginning to change because, the women are the ones that give birth to our seed. And I just think that I think that a lot of our boys are growing up, they don't know their purpose. They don't understand what they carry inside of them, and know that they are the initiated for life. We don't understand our roles. So when I hear a sister speak like this, like she got it, but I don't know. Like we gotta understand that our women, black women belong to white men because as men we don't control our nation. We don't provide nothing for them. So we can talk all day, but if we're not teaching, making them understand what it's supposed to be within the confines of a culture, then we just gonna be talking all day. We gotta understand what our roles are, and we don't even know that anymore. And that's the way I see it, man. Like men, we gotta stop blaming our women. Our women are messed up because we fucked up. We fucked up. Period. And when I see a strong sister like that speak, man, that shit just did something to me, man. I mean, that's all I wanted to say.
Thank you, brother. Appreciate that. Thanks a lot.
Let me address that brother and say this.
Go ahead, sister.
Our women have been on the front line for a very long time. Our men have been far removed. It's been systematic. Nothing has happened on accident. The separating the roles of man and woman comes down to black people have been done. It was used as a tactic to keep us submissive and docile. So now we're dealing with women that have been generationally ran by heads of households that were women. We talking about, you can see a sister, her mother was the head of the household, her grandmother was the head of the household, her great-grandmother was the head of the household. How do we begin now to say to those women that have had nothing but this strong female figure running things, to tell them now, take a back seat to some brother? It's hard to do. A lot of our women.
I believe, I study nature, and I look at it like this. I agree with you, but I know for a fact by nature, because a woman has two bosoms in the womb. Whatever a man gives her, she makes it perfect. When the man decides to stand up by nature, our woman will get a line and stand beside us, and we'll walk in this destiny together. Our women are only in those positions now because we so technologically messed up, we won't stand up. We're afraid. Our women are on the front line. And once we figure it out by nature, our women will walk with us. They will give up some of that power.
I believe, I understand what you're coming from, but I really believe that our sisters need to learn. We don't know how to let men run nothing. We don't know how to
agree.
You see, we don't know how to just surrender. We always got to have our hands in it something. We always got to feel like controlling something. It's a very territorial energy that we're living in. It's like, no, that's mine. Don't touch that. Oh no, I put it there.
That's the way they condition us. That's why we got to go back to nature. And that's
the only way for us to remove that conditioning is to relearn. We have to.
Right, I agree.
We have to learn how to be okay with that. There's a lot of,
and that's why I teach my son. I tell my son. I say, son. I tell my sons. I say, listen. You are the initiator of life. I tell him who he is and what he has inside of him. And I explain to him what his role is. We gotta relearn our roles. And I was always taught that the man carries the seed of forever inside of him and the woman gives birth to the nation. When we have to reteach this stuff all over again and build a new culture. Like I just think that we're trying to survive within the confines of this white culture, and we want to fail every time. We gotta redo everything. Like we still speak their language, we eat their food, we do everything still. While we talking black power stuff, we still do everything on the confines of what system white people set up. We're gonna always lose. We gotta create a whole new culture over again, and then reteach the children the purpose. But I believe that we do need more women that think like you do on the front line.
I appreciate that, brother. You know, a lot of our sisters need to understand that our men need us to be their women, not their warden.
Right. I see. But I say this when I go. A lot of you men out there listening, stop being fucking cowards and blaming all women for the conditions. As the seed planters on this planet, you're supposed to provide sunlight and protection for the women. You're the seed planters, man. You're the ones that plant the seed. Stop blaming all fucking women. They are out of control. We under control. And when we start realizing that as men, a lot of shit will change. Study fucking nature, man. A woman got 2 bosoms in a womb. You are the initiator, man. She's supposed to be looking to you and walking with you. I'm out, man.
Thank you, my brother. Appreciate it. Hold on. We gonna keep rolling. Peace and Black Power, family. What's your name and where you calling from?
Hello, my name is Daphne and I'm calling from France tonight.
What's going on, sister? What's your question?
I'm fine. No, I just wanted to participate on the spiritual cleansing. And how we're gonna clean our spirits as Black people.
All right. Talk.
Yeah, so the idea was that for me, as a Black woman, what I do is that even at home, I no longer watch TV because I understood that by watching TV and films, we never watch ourselves as Black people being the heroes and everything. So that made me realize that we always putting the white people as gods in front of us because we always see them like they're the ones doing the good things in the world and everything. So I wanted to participate on such a point that we should maybe stop watching white-made films every time, things that white people make on TV because it's also brainwashing us, and try to see like films and news from people who are like us, you know, Black people like us. I don't know if you understand what I'm trying to say.
All right, I can't really hear you clearly, so I don't know if my sister heard you clearly.
I'm not.
Sorry. Okay, anyway, peace, family, and I'm from France. I'm with you.
All right, thank you.
Peace, my sister.
Peace and Black Power, family. What's your name? Where you calling from?
My name is Xavier, calling from Bulgaria.
Xavier, what it is, man?
Yo, what's up, man? Peace and Black Power.
Peace.
Just wanted to thank the sister for stepping up. Can y'all hear me good?
Yes, we hear you.
Oh, okay. Yeah, just wanted to thank the sister for stepping up. Just a real quick question. As far as the sister's concerned, my question to her is: do you feel that, Sister Empress, do you feel that you are possibly the only sister, or not many sisters that think like you? And I ask this question because, for the sake of understanding that other people who are not considered white do take advantage of it when it benefits them to be Black. So when you're talking about sisters dealing with brothers and helping out brothers and backing brothers up, a lot of brothers do child support and things of that nature. I know you're willing to stand by your brothers regardless of the fact. You're not going to go to the system and turn against your brothers. So how many sisters, or do you know of a lot of sisters such as yourself? That's my question.
There is nothing else on the planet like that. So that. Do I say that there's the spirit that can be in a lot of Black women? But when you're talking about Black women that had nothing else and no other safety net, I don't want to bash them for doing what they thought or what they were told was right. Do I think it's fair what's going on with child support? No. My baby sister has 7 children. She ain't never put nobody on child support. The nigga want to leave, let him leave. We take care of ours. You feel me? It's another, you going to another level when you start to allow the white man to educate our children, police our families, and run our households. We're living in a chaotic behavior when we do those things. Okay? When we let them educate our children, police our families, and run our household. And that's what the government does when you start dabbling, and then all of that, trying to make a man do something. I'm not with trying to make him do anything. I'm with showing a different kind of energy and a different kind of attitude that would make him desire to be better. A lot of our women are at a place right now where men don't feel like we even need them. That we even need them. There's a lot of brothers that don't even feel like black women need them because of the attitude and the energy that we project, because we feel like if we don't project this independent, I got it all attitude, that we somehow weak or we slacking. And that's not true. We have to understand that we have to begin to allow our men to be men again. And when you give them the opportunity to stand up, if they are righteous brothers, they'll do it. It's a lot of brothers I call king. I don't believe that they know motherfucking king, but I call them king because their actions change. Their actions change just from me continuously calling them king. They begin to exude the personification of what I'm calling them. The same way, if you call your young son a bitch, he's going to grow up believing that, with bitch tendencies. We have to start implementing the words that we use in the correct manner so we can get the desired effect that we want. If you want your man to stand up and be a king, you have to begin to implement those things in his life that's going to make him want to change. You can't keep calling your man baby and then tell him to grow up in the same sentence. It's confusing. We're confusing our brothers. We're confusing them. You can't tell them it's okay to choke you while y'all having sex, but if y'all in a heated argument and he choke you, then you calling the boys. It's confusing. We need to get a line that is directly in our lane. What will it take as black women to edify and uplift our race, no matter what that takes? I can't hear you, Si.
I said, yeah, that's real talk right there. Man, can you imagine if me and you was together out there on the 125th? Or if I was out there with you going in? Bro, you talk about fireworks, family. It's real. Because, I mean, she know I got the love and the passion for my people. And I know you got the love and the passion for your people.
I have a particular love for black people because I know the potential of their greatness.
Right.
I see the greatness in them, and if we just had somebody that was willing to have the courage to say the things that everybody else is afraid of saying, then we can begin to make real change. And that's what I'm here to do, Si.
Right. I'm going to show this clip that I threw up today, and a lot of people are saying, man, why you threw up that old clip? Well, correction, family, I never threw up this clip. This was done last year, 2016. But what happened was I just never put the video up. So I kept it in storage, and what I did was I showed a piece of it. I never showed the whole thing. So what happened is I got sidetracked, and next thing you know, it's in my external hard drive, and I forgot all about it. So I came across it the other day, and I said, oh man, let me throw this clip up. And I just threw up the clip. But let me tell you about this clip first. Is a few people get mad at me. You can see it in the comments. Some of the brothers get mad at me because they don't understand, sister, and I know you do. What's your sign? What's your sign, Sekhmet?
I'm a Gemini.
A Gemini. Okay. I'm an Aries. Now,
yeah.
I know a lot of people don't understand me, or they think it's spooky when I say this, but I got to tell you this. Sometimes, family, and do you feel this way too, Sekhmet? Like when you out there and you teaching, and it's like the spirit of the ancestors or something just take over your body, and you just go in. You don't give a damn who's in the way. You don't care who hear it. You just go in. That's the way I feel sometimes.
I definitely believe that. That's why I elevated into the name and was given by my Baba the name Sekhmet, because I know that energy is what's, when I begin to get on my square, that's the energy that comes through me, that wrath of Ra. You know what I mean? The keeper of the law, the destroyer of evil. I can feel the thing. I can feel it running through my veins. It's
right.
something that I cannot disconnect from. So I get a little bit more passionate than other people because I can feel it working through me, and I know that it's something that's in a part of the greater part of this universe.
Right, and that's the way it is with me. All right, come on. Granted, I'm not the most intellectual brother on the House of Con. Y'all see that already. I go in the way I feel it. It comes out the way I feel it because it's not an act with me. It's not no game with me. It's not how they say playing around. You know what I'm saying? It's not an act. It's not rehearsed. The shit just comes out the way it come out. So family, I'm sorry about it if I offend some of y'all out there, but goddamn it, that's just the way my spirit and my energy moves. I don't tiptoe through the tulips. This dude came through 125th Street, who y'all are about to see. Yes, he got his 2 children with him, but his children is not standing right up on him. His children moved up the block some, in case y'all didn't know. So when you seen them, that's when the children came back. But at the same time, family, you got to understand something. This the same type of nigga that will teach his children to kill our babies, that they are not black. He have a white, ugly wife. I seen his wife. We bumped heads before, and we got into a heated discussion where he tried to come at us on some debate shit. And he had his whole family with him. So I let the dude have it. He got on every police that got murdered. He got their shirt on. So when Red Pill comes to show him the brothers who the police murdered, he didn't even want to say their name. He didn't care about them. So family, I don't give a damn how weak your heart is. I had to let this bastard have it. And I don't give a damn who was with him at that time. You see what I'm saying? Because maybe his children needed to hear a strong black man at that goddamn time. So the hell with you coon ass niggas who can't take no hard criticism. And that's what I was giving them. So let's go to the videotape, and here it is right here.
He has an organization called Blue Lives Matter. She started this with Officer Raymond.
See that? He's proud that his daughter created an organization called Blue Lives Matter, meaning the NYPD. Fuck the black man. Fuck the Black Lives Matter. To him, what's more important is the police lives that matter. Okay? So let's go.
Duty? Yes, these are officers killed in line of duty.
All right. Now, I want to ask you, why would you represent that instead of putting on your brother's shirt, all the brothers that been killed? And I noticed you got on the NYPD hat. You representing the police officers hard, brother. Talk to me about that.
Okay, that's how you look at it. First and foremost, my daughter, if you Google her right now, she has an organization called Blue Lives Matter. She started this when Officer Ramos and Lou got killed. Blue Lives Matter? Blue Lives Matter, yeah. Because I'm not going to raise him to get killed by the police. Right. See, if I raise him, but my attitude was how I was raised, you know, the police, did he go with that thing? Oh, the police ain't taking police. Next thing you know, he going to be shot up. So sometimes we can poison our kids to get murdered. So that's why I got the hat on out there, because don't folks that has to die. They went to World Trade Center to die. Life is a life. Black life, green life, blue life is all the same.
One relate to. So in other words, you can't be a joiner, so I don't get shot down, or my babies get shot down. Let me represent the police instead of representing.
Police ain't never did that to me. First and foremost, let's get this out the way. Let this person, the man in the mirror, police ain't never did. The only time I had a problem with the police when I broke the law. And if anybody, like I said, the police just come up on to him, hey man, I'm gonna do this. It never happened to me.
Okay, all right. Interesting position. Now I would never doubt or knock. Show us 4 numbers.
Yeah, every day.
Departments across America. All right. First and foremost, we want to say the name of our good brother Tamir Rice.
You say his name?
I don't have to say his name.
You say his name, brother.
I can say I don't have to. We play like some kind of little game here with a 54-year-old man. Okay. I'll say Tamir Rice, but don't. Let me just say this.
All right, hold on. We're not finished. Sean Bell.
Oh, now I'm glad you said Sean Bell. Now, if you go in the history books of Sean Bell, from the child on, I was right there with his mother and father. So when you say about Sean Bell, I wasn't there for no money like Al Sharpton was. So when you say Sean Bell, make sure you go to the footage and see where I was at on that whole trial during the Sean Bell trial. Now, once again, I'm gonna say this again. When I deal with life in general, I deal with the man in the mirror. That's why I love like Michael Jackson. Everybody should celebrate that record and listen to that record. I don't have no images in the mirror when I look in the mirror. So when I look at these, and it brings back sad memories. It brings back sad memories. Zongo was there for the majority.
So let me ask you a question. Let me ask you a question briefly.
But I'm still not good.
You said that you were riding with Sean Bell, because I remember you were out there doing your activism thing, right? What we're saying is we want to speak about these people who were defenseless, these people who were killed, these people who were killed unjustly. Forget about the money. They were not, these murders were not justified. All we're saying on this anniversary of 9/11 is the same way that you want to resurrect or you want to represent these strangers on your chest.
Black strangers.
Yep. What? Yeah.
Black officers died that day too.
Facts.
He looked just as black as me. He was not the all white officers. If it was all white, I wouldn't have that'd be disrespect. No doubt. But it was black officers died that day too. Just like it was black firemen, black EMS. You know, and once again.
So you're a humanitarian. You just love everybody.
No, I don't love everybody. I'm not with the GBG thing. I ain't falling to that part yet. I got accustomed to American ways to love somebody gay, because the Bible says Adam and Eve, not Adam and Steve. But I love everybody else under the sun besides that LGBT thing. You know, that LGBT thing? No. Okay, good problem. You know, everything else there. Man, if you man, woman, boy, girl, yeah, I respect you and love you. But if you getting if your name is Steve and you going with Billy and you get folk, that's all good.
What if somebody in that shirt was gay? All lives matter. You said no. Hold on. Blue lives matter. That's what you pushing. Hold on, good brother. Blue lives matter.
All lives matter.
Huh?
All lives matter.
How can all lives matter? You against the LGBT?
No, listen. LGBT. The Bible says in the beginning. Oh no. There was Adam and Eve, not Adam and Steve. I'll say it again. This is what I said. This is what the Bible said. So I try to.
Are you the Bible?
No, but I live by it. Hold on.
The bottom line is that you're a poor example of a black man in Harlem. You are walking up and down the street as a fucking nigga, and you raising your babies, and you acting like a fucking nigga in front of your children. Stand the fuck up. Be a black man. Be a black man. Stop acting like a fucking nigga. Take that fucking NYPD hat off. Take off the fucking crackers you got. Take off the fucking crackers you got on your shirt. You running around here like a fucking nigga, and you got these black men that was murdered in the hands of these fucking police officers. Standing in the line of fire of the police officers. You walking up and down the street like a fucking coon, and you got your babies looking at a fucking poor example of a fucking nigga.
The black families did not have to do anything for us.
You're damn right, because he's
Fucking coon ass nigga walking around with white police officer shirt on. Police got murdered. He got on a police officer shirt. But when it comes to these brothers, he don't want to mention their names. Stupid motherfucker. You're a stupid ignorant ass nigga. Oh man. Man, this shit is not on. Test it. It ain't nothing to think about, because this nigga trying to talk about. First of all, I'm not with the marching and all that shit. I'm not marching with those white motherfuckers. That's what you do. That's what you do. That's why you don't see me. That's why you don't see me, motherfucker. I got rich off white motherfuckers. You don't know nothing about me, nigga. I got rich off white folks. Nigga, you better check my
Yo, this dude is crazy. He said he got rich off of white folks. Nigga, you don't know me, nigga. Yo, but I don't know, man. I mean, Sekhmet, when you see that, I need strong people with me, man. You know, people want to stand around and ask some questions about some other shit. No, let's talk about these fucking police officers you got on your damn shirt, walking up and down in Harlem. That's disrespectful to every black man and woman out here who have lost their family members. Think about that shit. That's not what y'all not looking at the bigger picture, man. That is disrespectful to the mother of Sean Bell, to the mothers of Eric Gardner. This motherfucking coon ass nigga walking up and down with they goddamn image on their shirt, and you in Harlem. Get the hell out of here. Go ahead, sister.
So, there's one thing that I say, and I say it louder than I could say anything else. I refuse to disrespect my ancestors by respecting my enemy. I refuse. I call them whatever the fuck I want to call them. I say whatever the fuck I want to say about them. The fact that I will not respect them more than I will respect my ancestors. That's insane. And if you can find a place in your heart to sympathize with them, then you can find that same place in your heart to be an agent for their ass too. There should be no sympathy for your enemy. There should be no sympathy for the people that have a green light on your head. There should be no sympathy for the people that will murder you, murder your children. And I'm not just talking about by a bullet. I'm talking about murder their mind by disseminating false information through the public school system. I'm talking about entering your womb through eugenics and Planned Parenthood. One of the biggest gangs on the planet is Planned Parenthood. You find them in all of our neighborhoods. They're killing us through our womb. They're killing us through the foods we eat, the GMOs. Nobody understood that Hillary Clinton had a bill that was ready to be passed as soon as she was elected, that everybody that received food stamps, you can only get GMO foods made by Monsanto. Look Monsanto up with your food stamps. So they're killing us on multiple fronts simultaneously. And we ain't doing a fucking thing but still playing the spoons for their ass. I don't care. I don't care. I've had police in my family before, but guess how many times they shot their gun in the line of duty? Mm-hmm. Never.
Yeah, never. But see, what this coon have on is damn near 99% of all white officers who have lost their life in the line of duty. What about the black babies? What about our women who have lost their lives in the line of the police duty? You see what I'm saying? But then when it came time for us to say their names, he didn't want to say their name. Can you imagine if he would have walked in front of Amadou Diallo's mother or Sean Bell's mother or wife or Eric Gardner, and he got on these crackers, and then Red Pill shows him all the pictures of the brothers and sisters who was murdered, and he didn't care nothing about that. That is disrespectful, and these Negroes are mad at me, Queen. Can you believe that? They mad at me for turning up on this nigga. They don't understand. Hold on real quick. They don't understand the level of disrespect that these coons be having, like it's all right to do that. You wouldn't have been able to do that in the goddamn 60s, because we would have jumped all over your ass on that one. Talk about it.
What I'm saying is this: it's unbelievable to me how we can find sympathy for everybody the fuck else,
right?
But for our dead and for the families of our dead. How dare you as a black man walk around? I don't care. You know what? I don't care, and I don't care how it sounds either. We need to concentrate on ourselves. Every other race does it. Every other race concentrates on their race. You can have 5 generations of Asians living in America. Not near one of them went to China. All of them know their original language. All of them serve their own deity that look like them. All of them eat their own cultural foods. We're the only motherfuckers not doing that shit. So I don't give a damn about nobody else's dead. And you can say I'm offensive, racist, call me whatever. I don't give 2 fucks about nobody else's dead. I got enough of my own dead to worry about. I got enough of my own people to worry about. I have enough calls to make to the mothers of dead boys in Atlanta, trying to keep them from killing their own selves because they can't even get past the fact that their sons or their daughters are gone for no reason, just for being black. So no, I don't have no motherfucking sympathy for nobody else's dead, bitch. Tell that shit to Jesus. I don't give a fuck. I'm talking about black folks and black people and black folks dead and our ancestors that are turning around in our graves because we rather choose to put on. I've seen so many motherfuckers big up Alan Thicke. When Alan Thicke passed away, everybody, all black folks. I don't got no white folks on my shit. All black folks, everybody, Alan Thicke, Alan Thicke. And I'm thinking to myself, it's black folks that died today too, though. Nobody wants to do the research and be able to give their heart or their soul or their condolence to the black families that are losing people every day that don't get news coverage because they're not in a profile case because nobody was around with their phone taping. It's black people that died today that ain't nobody talking about.
Right.
Because wasn't nobody there to film it. So no, I don't have no fucking time to be worried about nobody else's dead. They got theirs. We need to get ours.
There you go. So in closing, Queen, I'm gonna let you close out. You got the floor. And if y'all looking for a part 2, if y'all want the Queen to come back, let me see them ones go up in the building. Press 1 if y'all would like to see more of the sister. Press 1 in the chat room, and I could bring them. I could bring the Queens together, a few of them together. So press 1 if y'all would like to see the sister back. There go the ones, sister. The ones is going crazy in the chat room. The ones are going crazy in the chat room. There it is. It is said that the people have voted. They want to see you back, black. They want to see you black in the building again. And so with that, sister, I need you to close out for us.
Okay, this is what I want from my people and everyone in the sound of my voice. All African descent, whether you call yourself black, whatever you call yourself a Moor, you call yourself a Blood, a Crip, a Pyru, you call yourself a Christian, no matter who you are, I want you to put your black fist in the air right now as I read the 102 names of the black men and women that were killed by police unarmed in the year that I was arrested, 2015, and that's how I'm going to close out. I say to everybody in the chat room, I want you to put your, don't be lazy. And put your fucking fist in the air. I don't care where you are. It'll only take a couple of minutes.
Go ahead.
Here you go. So these are the fallen soldiers. A lot of these names you've never heard of before, but these are the black men and women that were unarmed and killed by police. Here we go. Ashe. Keith Childress, Betty Jones, Kevin Matthews, Leroy Browning, Roy Nelson, Miguel Espinella, Nanthony Pickett, Tiara Thomas, Cornelius Brown, Sandra Weaver, Jamar Clark, Richard Perkins, Stephen Toussaint, Michael Lee Marshall, Alonzo Smith, Evan Sade, Anthony Ashford, Lamontez Jones, Rayshawn Cole, Patterson Brown, Christopher Kimball, Junior Prospect, get your hands up. Keith McLeod, Wayne Wheeler, India Kager, Tyree Crawford, James Carney III, Felix Kuma, Wendell Hall, Ashams Manley, Christian Taylor, Troy Robertson, Brian Day, Michael Sadel, Billy Ray Davis, Samuel Du Bois, Darius Stewart, Albert Davis, Sandra Bland, Silverado Ellswood, George Mann, Jonathan Sanders, Victor La Rosa III, Kevin Judson, Spencer McCain, Kevin Bajoli, Zamel Crawford, Jermaine Benjamin, Chris Jackson, Alan Craig Williams, Ross Anthony, Richard Gregory Davis, Marcus Clark, Lorenzo Haynes, D'Angelo Stalesworth, Dawan Graham, Brandon Glenn, Reginald Moore, Numan LaRoche, Jason Champion, Brian Overstreet, Terrence Killian, David Felix, LaShonda Ruth Belk, Gregory Daquan Harris, Terry Lee Chapman, William Chapman, Samuel Harrell, Freddie Gray, Norman Cooper, Brian Acton, Darrell Brown, Frank Shepard III, Donald Dante Ivy, Eric Harris, Philip White, Dominique Wise, Jason Moreland, Nicholas Thomas, Denzel Brown, Brandon Jones, Ascari Roberts, Terrence Moxley, Anthony Hill, Bernard Moore, Nicholas Vincent, Tony Robinson, Charlie Ledoux Kingnan, Daryl Gatewood, Deontay Dorsey, Thomas Allen Jr., Calvin Reed, Terry Price, Natasha McKinney, Jeremy Lett, Alvin Hayes, Tiano Minton, Andre Laron Murphy Sr., Brian Pickett, Leslie Sapp, and Matthew Ajabadi. And I'd like to say Ashe to all our dead soldiers. Black power,
Black power, Black power, Black power. All right. Thank you, Queen. Peace and black power to the sister. I mean, powerful, powerful information. I'm glad you decided to do that with me, to give Sarnetta the exclusive. And there you have it, Queen. Peace and black power. Sleep right tonight. Peace, Queen. Love you.
Peace, gods.